Good evening, students. I'm again with you with the story Ishwaran the Storyteller. We have already started it, in fact, already completed two parts. This is the third one. In the last video, we discussed how he was talking about the human skulls that he saw there on the site, Ishwaran. Now, further, he went on to narrate how he sometimes saw ghosts at night. I am not easily frightened by these things, sir. I am a brave fellow, but one horrible ghost of a woman which appears off and on at midnight during the full moon. It is an ugly creature which matted hair and shriveled face like a skeleton holding a fetus in its arms. Mahendra shivered at the description and interrupted rather sharply. You are crazy, Ishwaran. There are no such things as ghosts or spirits. It is all a figment of your imagination. Get your digestive system examined and maybe your head as well. You're talking nonsense. He left the room and retired for the night, expecting Ishwaran to sulk for a couple of days. But the next morning, he was surprised to find the cook as cheerful and talkative as ever. So, boys and girls, we saw how talkative Ishwaran was. In fact, he was scolded for being crazy by Mahendra. And Mahendra expected Ishwaran to sulk for 2-3 days. But it was not the case. The next morning, the cook was talking as usual. So, this Ishwaran was a special character. Let's read the story further. From that day on, Mahendra, for all his brave talk, went to bed with a certain unease. Every night he peered into the darkness outside through the window next to his bed, trying to make sure that there was no movement of dark shapes in the vicinity. But he could only see a sea of darkness with the twinkling lights of factory miles away. He had always liked to admire the milk-white landscape on full moon nights, but after hearing Ishwaran's story of female ghosts, he avoided looking out of the window altogether when the moon was full. So, students, we saw how charming it used to be looking out of the window on full moon nights. Mahendra was he usually did that. He usually liked that landscape, seeing on a full moon night. But now the case was different. because he was scared of seeing that female ghost, and this was the reason he avoided looking outside through the window on the full moon night. Let's read further. One night, Mahendra was woken up from his sleep by a low moan close to his window. At first, put it down to a cat crawling around for mice, but the sound was too guttural for a cat. He resisted the curiosity to look out, lest he should behold a sight which would stop his heart. But the wailing became louder and less feline. He could not resist the temptation anymore. Lowering himself to the level of windowsill, he looked out at the white sheet of moonlight outside. There, not too far away, was a dark, cloudy form clutching a bundle. Mahendra broke into a cold sweat, fell back on the pillow, panting. As he gradually recovered from the ghastly experience, he began to reason with himself and finally concluded that it must have been some sort of auto-suggestion, some trick that his subconscious had played on him. So students, on one night, Mahendra woke up because he heard a moaning sound close to the window. He avoided looking outside. He controlled the curiosity of looking outside, but the sound became louder, and then lastly he could not resist the temptation of looking out. He saw out of the window, and when he looked out of the window, he was taken aback. He saw that form, he saw that lady ghost, he saw that female ghost holding the poetess in the hand. He became cold. His heart for a moment stopped. So, such was the case with Mahendra, but he finally recovered from whatever he saw, and then he started to reason himself, and morning time he had forgotten everything. But then again Ishwaran was there to remind him everything. Let us see what happens further. By the time he had got up in the morning, had a bath and come out to have his breakfast, the horror of the previous night had faded from his memory. Ishwaran greeted him at the door with his lunch packet and his bag. Just Mahendra was stepping out, Ishwaran grinned and said, "Sir, remember the other day when I was telling you about the female ghost with a poetess in his arm? You were so angry with me for imagining things. Well, you saw her yourself last night." I came running, hearing the sound of mourning that was coming from your room. A chill went down Mahendra's spine. He did not wait for Ishwaran to complete his sentence. He hurried away to his office and handed his papers, resolving to leave the haunted place the very next day. तो इस तरह से हमने देखा कि आखिरकार ईश्वरन फिर से ब्रेकफास्ट करने के बाद जब महेंद्र ऑफिस जाने को तैयार थे तो उसी टाइम ईश्वरन ने लंच देते देते ये भी पूछ लिया कि सर, देखा आपने, खुद ही देख लिया अब तो उस भूत को, अब तो विश्वास हो गया, उस दिन तो आप मुझे डांट रहे थे। तो आप खुद अंदाजा लगाइए कि इस पर क्या स्थिति रही होगी महेंद्र की। महेंद्र ने इसके बाद तो कोई बात ही नहीं करी। He picked up a pen and paper and straightway headed to his office and he submitted his resignation. He had already resolved to leave that haunted place. So this was the story. Ishwaran, the storyteller. The story was told later by Mahendra to a young person, Ganesh. I hope you liked it. I suggest you to read some more stories. You can read The Storyteller by Saki and The Canterville Ghost by Oscar Wilde. I suggest you these readings whenever you find time. Wish you happy readings. On the same time, I ask you to do all the exercises and word meanings. Thanks for joining me.